Okay, time to move on to decor. But one thing I forgot to mention about this is eliminating exam rooms will hopefully save us a little money too. That will maybe make room for this little door right here. And I want to get a new central door so people know where to come in it and that it's a nice door. But save on supplies because we have 3 less exam rooms, and hopefully save on some labor because they'll be building 3 less. All right, so now we're moving on to the decor, and I'm hoping to get across to you the concept and the textures we came up with today. They're not, again, it's not set in stone. It's just kind of a first draft, like what do we think type of thing. So I found this front desk online somewhere. I took a picture of it a couple months ago, and I really liked it. I took like maybe 10 to 12 pictures of front desks, and I sent them to Guy. This one was my favorite though, so I put a big heart around it. And Guy actually, interestingly enough, worked on a project maybe 6 or 9 months ago, and he picked this front desk as his concept too, and his inspiration, this exact same picture. So it was kind of cool that we were on the same page with that. But as you can see, the reason why I like this is these boards kind of on the ceiling that also lead to the floor. This LED lighting on the floor, I like that backlights it. And then it's kind of like hard, clean lines, and then round shape in the front. So it's a nice contrast. And then I like these little lights that are at kind of different levels. So we're working off of this as a little bit of our inspiration. So what he'll do is he draws something like this. This isn't final, but these are the dimensions and how much material that we'll need and where everything's going. And he draws out the front desk, again, the dimensions, and then what he does is he'll make me an official list of materials, a template, what I need, and directions on how to get it built. So we talked about doing a round like this, and then he wanted to do a marble slab top on it, but I felt like marble was really expensive. He said it is more expensive because they have to round cut it, and he likes the curves, but it's a couple $1,000s. So I said, let's try something different. So I did tell him I had a welder, a really seasoned welder. I think he was a weld supervisor for over 40 years. And I said, can we do a steel top? Can we weld steel? And he thought that was a good idea, that we could either do copper or steel and just kind of grind the corners so that they were rounded. So he is going to get me directions on that, and to see, kind of get a concept put together similar to what we're looking at now, to give us a better idea of what it may or may not look like. So the colors, then I guess we're kind of, I don't even know where to start. We're working off of the textures that I picked out. Well, they picked them out for me. There was maybe 6 or 7 different color palettes and textures, but I tried, these are the ones that I liked the best. So I don't know if you can really tell what this is. This is like it's kind of got a shimmer and a sheen to it, but you can't, it's really subtle, and it looks like in this video it looks a little more gray, but it's kind of a gold taupey color that would maybe look nice on our furniture. And then this would, you know, be an accent to some other furniture. See how it kind of like is shiny and sheeny. And then from a distance it looks like it's got a little bit of shimmer to it, or glitter to it. Not really glitter, but shimmer, sheen, but it's not obnoxious. So I liked how those two went together. And then this texture is kind of fun. It's similar to what Mitchell has, but I feel like on a less, I don't know, a less glamorous scale, maybe. I'm not really sure, but I do like these together. Then the idea behind this texture is to have this as our front desk. So to have this possibly as the base, well, we went between 2 ideas. So this would be the front of this desk, and then we would have either a stained wood top or a, like I said, a steel, a welded steel rounded top on that. Or he also said we would figure out how to do, he likes this as our, one of these colors is aesthetic white. Aesthetic white. Maybe do like an aesthetic white front to maybe, but obviously with more texture. This is like super plain. And then put the steel top on it, or even a stained wood top that would match this stain, whatever stain we put on our wood to line the back of the front desk. So the picture you saw earlier had a pop of color in it. I'm not sold on the like the pattern in the pop of color, but we were just talking about, you know, sometimes I feel like if you go too much of a theme, it can get muddy and it can be too much. So I want like accessories or something that's just a pop of fun somewhere. So they thought that maybe we could do that in the pillows. They liked these couches. These would be custom covered couches, again, within our budget. And I don't know if we would use, so these are the ideas of what we would use it with. Maybe this one, I'm not really sure. But the pillows. And then this would be something like this. I think it's got like a coppery antique handles, and that would be our refreshments bar. And then we would have these chairs on it. I think we're going to reuse Mitchell's, believe it or not, fur chairs in her office on each side of here with a nice little plant. And then there's some matching end tables that she liked. So there's two of them. He and his assistant, Guy and his assistant. I can't remember what her name is. But end tables, and then we would additionally, with the end tables, we would have chairs like these that were covered, and then these are really like don't look at the pattern because I hate this color combination, but it would be this design of chair, and it would fit with an end table like this. So I thought they were kind of cool corner chairs, end chairs that you can move around. You can bring in and out of the relaxation room. Then for the lighting, so we were trying to look at what would go above the front desk, and we came up with a few options. There's this little crystal light that it's like an ice cube that kind of ties in some of Mitchell's glam into our industrial country chic. So I thought maybe these would be cute, staggered like this, and then especially if we did the steel top on the front desk, it would match, you know, this portion of the light. Guy thought that I liked that as well. There's also these that his assistant liked. She had a copy that it was to scale, like they're as big as about head and shoulders. So we would need about 5 of these above the front desk, but they would be hung evenly and they would be bigger. So if we want to go with something like the picture, we could do something like this and stagger them. Or these could go straight across and they'd be wider and obviously less than this, and maybe less busy. It just kind of depends on what we're looking for. Then this is the flooring that they're working off of. I thought it was nice flooring. This is hard to tell because they gave me a smaller piece to take home, but I like how wide the cut is because it makes it look like wide board wood floors, which I love. I love the wide look, but it's very similar to what was in Century 21. And I showed him the floors that we had saved from Century 21, and he said we could put them in the staff room. He thought it was a good idea to keep this throughout the relaxation room, especially if we'll be opening those doors to kind of open up and entertain in this entire area. To keep the floor the same in here as well, and then the break room can be the floors that we saved. I mean, really an office too, if we have extra. I don't mind putting it in mine either, if we have extra. So he's also, you know, thought about using, in the future when we project and do education, we can use this wall as our education wall with our projector, or even this wall right here, and he'll come up with big comfy chairs, I think, which they have started on, that we can move around in the relaxation room. And we can easily move them around to watch education, or the big comfy ones obviously will be for during the day when they're relaxing or doing their IV infusion. We can move just different chairs in different areas depending on how we're entertaining. Trying to see if there's anything I missed. I'm hoping you guys have a better idea. This is not the final, these are not the final colors. These are the colors they're working off of with the floor and the inspiration. We still have some silvers to work in there with Mitchell's. Like for instance, her long, glamorous gemstone mirrors we talked about putting those in the changing room, like each in the changing room. We've got 3 of them, so 2 of them could go there. They've got her existing tables out here with some furniture that they can match it with. So this is not the final color scheme. It's a little muddy right now, but we still need to work in some nice grays and her furniture and her stuff. So, and they know the budget, they know we're tight, so they're trying to keep all that in mind. They're trying to shop that and really guard it. So let me know if you have questions. Let me know if you can't really see anything, or if you have suggestions, if you just really, really don't like something. Just let me know what you think.